So, how do you feel about your new film, My Hurtful Runaway? I feel amazing because I have never been in a beloved story. My Hurtful Runaway is a story about this young man named Bruce. I played this character called Bruce. He's a young man and he loves his family. He loves his mother and his dad. And he lives a perfect life with them, and he'll do anything to not cause any trouble for him not being there with them. Until that one fateful day, his brother comes over, Cogo. Cogo is my brother, and I gotta tell you, I was not happy because he was over, because when we were little, he was getting on my nerves, and as we grow up to be grown men, he still is annoying. So, that one day, my brother said he wanted to live with me, and I said, no, you can't live with us. It's only got to be me and my parents, but he didn't care. He just went on and lived with us, so I got so angry at him for living with us. So, that saddest thing was, I murdered my own brother. I grabbed everything in my room that was dangerous, that be hurting me. I threw it at him, and I started beating him up and beating him up and beating him up. That was a lot of violence I did at him. And how did you feel when you murdered your brother? It really did hurt, didn't it? Oh, it really hurt it. And when I murdered my brother, oh man, if you could see the trailer, oh, I wasn't really happy, man. I was so disappointed that I had to murder my brother, but I didn't know what else to do. I don't want him to live with us. It's not fair that he gets to live with us and he's gonna keep getting on my nerves. That's how brothers are these days. They want to mess with their brothers. Exactly. So I couldn't take it anymore, and then I ran away. After I murdered my brother with all my room stuff that's dangerous, I ran away. And my parents, they came inside the room wondering what happened. I didn't say nothing to them. I just ran out that house without saying a different single word. And my parents got upset because Cogo died and I ran away from home. And I didn't know what else to do. I was crying and crying and crying. Oh man. And is this movie rated W or rated PG? Oh, no. Since this is a little bit of violence, it's going to be PG-10. Also, it's not rated W. Oh, no. Rated W is, when things get off key. If I start, kissing or, doing more violence and, killing more people with guns and knives. Yeah, it's going to be rated W. But this movie's rated PG-10. So, the only thing that you can see in a PG-10 film is, a little bit of kissing, a little bit of silly words, and a little bit of violence, but all that, like killing each other with guns and weapons, no, we don't allow that in PG-10 films. So that's why we made this PG-10. And it is so great that I was in this film. The actors and the filmmakers, they really want me to feel emotional, so we had to really get that kind of key. And what do you think about J-Book Movies films? The thing I love about J-Book Movies films is that they're really stories. They're also funny. The best thing about J-Book Movies films and J-Book shows is that their movies and shows, they're so funny, man. Like, you can crack up with the violence, the characters, the scenes that will make you cry, especially J-Book Movies animated films. Like, I grew up with lots of cartoons, like Yoki Yoki, Soki, Bader, Bonner, what else? Carpo Rhino. I grew up with all those cartoons, man. And J-Book Movie is really good at making good animated films for the families and also adults. Because kids don't have to be the only ones watching animated films. Even adults can watch animated films. I grew up with so many cartoons. I love about J-Book Movies animated films. And also J-Book Movies, CGI films with the real people acting. I just love about J-Book Movies films that they're so funny. And tell me, what was your purpose on this film? My purpose on this film was, I was trying to get the tears out. Like, I murdered my brother, and I was trying to make it for the filmmakers and all the audience to know how I really felt about doing that to my brother. Like, I had to feel really tearful. Like, I had to keep crying. Like, I was crying so scaredly. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen. And you know how Cain killed his brother Abel in the Bible? Yeah, it's like I did the same thing to my brother, but I did the wrong thing just by killing my brother. And tell me, do you think that this film is based on a true story? Well, I wouldn't say it's based on a true story, because if it was based on a true story, you'll know that there would be lots of people killing their own brothers and sisters. But no, this film is not based on no true story, because we will never, ever have no siblings trying to kill their own siblings, because, that would be just, dangerous, and that'll bring just like hatred at each other, and that'll bring the family not together anymore. Because when you kill your own family member, it doesn't seem like that's the kind of thing like your own accidents. Like, if you just did it on purpose, then yes, that would be a reason to just cry over. But if you just did it because for an accident, it's a reason, because accidents happen. But if you just really killed your family member on purpose, yes, that would be a reason to be hated. Because you can't just kill your own family member, and they did so much to you when you were little. You got to show them love and everything. That's why I never did the same thing to my mother. I never had to murder my mother when she had to do that kind of stuff to me. So I just had to, just take it all up and just move on to what I gotta do now. So tell me, is there any other thing that you like about this film? Well, the other thing I like about this film is the other people. Especially the girl. Oh, that girl, Flaminga? Oh, she was perfect. I had to make sure that she had to get a perfect time, because she had to be one of the greatest girls of all that I had to be really back up at. I had 2 friends that really stuck by my side. I told them what I did to my brother. They didn't do nothing. They didn't hate me. They just asked me a few questions about why you did that to him, and then they became my friends. Really? I didn't know I'm glad with that. Yeah. See, when you tell your own friends what you did to your own family member, it's not that they're going to want to hate you. They'll just ask you, why did you do that? Like, why did you do that? Why did you hurt your sibling? Don't you love your sibling? After all the things you did as a child together, and as you guys grow up, you want to start hurting each other and murdering each other and never seeing each other no more in your life? They just ask like questions like that, like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And that will be one of the greatest purpose of all. And what was the annoyingest part about during the film? Well, when we were making this film, the annoyingest thing was we had to always change the locations. Like, I got tired of being in this location. I was like, man, we just got done filming in this location. Why we just can't stay in this location? Like, I got so tired of driving my car to this part of the place, and then we had to just take the car and go to this next area. Like, we were just moving along as we were filming this film. Like, it's like, was the camera going to go dead? As I know it's not going to happen, because filmmakers never had the 100% of their batteries during the film, even at their cameras. But this wasn't green screen. This film that we were just making is not a green screen. Everything is real life, because we just thought that green screens and blue screens will mean just like making a superhero film. But films like, based upon true story films, or, films that has nothing to do with superheroes, we just think that it has nothing to do with, green screens and blue screen, because, the action, it could just happen right there. Say for like you're arguing with your wife, like you and your wife are arguing, and then you don't gotta have no green screen, because it's not really a superhero fight. It's really a regular people fight, a regular human fight, which is fighting each other without pushing each other. Like, that would be all just not having green screen and blue screen. But yes, the annoyingest thing that I didn't like about this film is that we had to keep changing areas, and I got confused. Like, I didn't know where we were going to do this. Like where were we going to start at? Were we going to start at my house where we were filming it? Was we going to start at the area where I murdered my brother? Or was we going to do a fight scene to where we were going to go to like a party or something? I got a little confused, but during the whole filmmaking, I actually have fun in making this film. And I cannot wait to see what kind of films that I get to be in next. That will be one of the best things of all. And what can you tell us about your character? Well, I played this young little boy. Well, actually, I'm not little. I'm actually a grown man, but I'm still young in the little brother. But I played this young character called Cogo, Bruce's youngest brother. Yes, that's right. Bruce is my older brother. I'm his little brother. So I am a bit young. I am younger than him. So I gotta, really get the catchiness. But yes, that time when I really decided to go live with my brother, I was so happy because, I don't be around my brother often. So I decided to have a good idea to go live with my brother. I said, oh my God, I want to go live with my brother. My brother's enjoying his life with my family, and I got the chance to go be with him. So I decided to pack up all my stuff and go straight to my brother's house and live with him. But then Bruce got so angry because I was living with him, because I kept getting on his nerves. You know how brothers are. Yeah, that's how siblings do. They like messing with their siblings. I know. But then Bruce got so angry, so he started pounding me until one day I was dead. I wasn't breathing. I was laying on that floor, not doing nothing. I was dead. I was So then my parents came in and tried waking me up, and I didn't say nothing. And it was all because of Bruce. He had no business murdering me. But the rest of the story, I was dead. But the most of the story, I was enjoying my brother, also having a good childhood brother. But then, near the end of the film, I also learned that brothership is what we need the most. That's right, you are my brother's keeper, and I tried my best to get near Cogo, and that's how we became the bestest friends of ever. That's what happened.